I muted you, Mama. You can unmute yourself, and Stephen, you as well.
There we go. All right, welcome to the Friday training call. This is session 2. Come on, everybody, put it up. Session 2. So today we are going to train on. We trained on how to sign somebody up, but once you sign people up, you have to do something with them. Doesn't that make sense, Craig?
Yes.
Okay, so what you have to do is we have a little tool for you. And so it's going to be out on the Facebook page. And so if you go to the Facebook page and you go under units, you will find a little tool that's just been updated. And there, can you see it, Craig?
Yep.
Okay, so we have just updated this tool. It's going to be updated once more, and it will be out under units. Now, the Facebook page is NewAge Africa Team. There are several NewAge Africa Facebook pages there. But Facebook, the Facebook page, NewAge Africa Team, is strictly for the Nigeria pre-launch right now. So when you go out there, number 1, always go to announcements. So what do we do first? Go to announcements. Number 2, go to units. Under units, you will find onboarding Africa. What does onboarding mean? It's not like run a surfboard if you're down on the Cape, but what it means is, how do we help a new person get started? Because this is the deal. The number one reason that people do not, the number one reason many people are not successful at network marketing business is because people have a tendency to sign them up and then they don't hear from them for 30 days, 60 days, and people lose interest or they get frustrated. So it's very important. We are in a relationship business. It's all about mano a mano, you and me. It's belly to belly, even if it's a Zoom belly. So the biggest thing, if anybody can sign up a new rep, but the key to success is having a relationship and running a team. So the best way to do that is to set up systems. So we have set up a system. So when someone signs up, you have brought them onto your team. You are now a leader. Everybody raise your hand here. Everybody, come on. Because you are a leader. If you signed up, you are a leader. Because anybody you sign up, you're bringing on, and it's your job to mentor them. So how do we do that? If you go out to units, you will see a PDF that's called Onboarding Africa. And we will update this from time to time. So please go out there and check it. So what we're doing here is, when you sign someone up, they are your partner. Partner. You are their helpmate. You are there to help them be successful. Now, this is the key. The more people you help get what they need, the more you're going to get what you need. It's just a basic principle. The more you help someone, the more you are going to be helped. So when you sign somebody up, it is your responsibility. Say responsibility. It's your responsibility, number 1, to get them plugged in. Let your upline know who they are, introduce them. Now we know that we're in several different countries, so a 3-way call may not be a way that you can do that, but we can do it on Messenger or WhatsApp. So when you sign someone, introduce them to your mentor, your coach, as Vic would say, Coach Vic. So we're asking you to create a relationship, build a team, and be the leader you were created to be. Number two, it is your job when you sign somebody, it is not your coach's job. It is your job to help them download RX Connect and help them get started. If you don't know how to do that, then you weren't on last week's training. Go out to the YouTube channel. What did I name it? NewAge Africa Movement. That's the playlist. Go out there, get the training. Would somebody please put that in the chats? Go out there, get the training, watch the training. This is your business. You are responsible for it. So help them download the RX Connect app. Remember, it's not your coach's job, it's your job. Help them set up their free website. It's real simple. Sign into the RX Connect app. Make sure they have their rep ID. Then make a welcome flyer. You can use the ones we have, or you can make your own. Welcome them, give them a flyer that they can put on social media to tell everyone that they have started their own business. Invite them to, and I have down here the different Facebook groups we have. Invite them to the WhatsApp group. Please let them know. It is your job to let them know. It is for NewAge Africa business only. No interlopers, no other businesses. If you post on there anything about another business, or if you contact anyone on that group about another business, you will be dismissed. Very simple. Because this is our livelihood. This is your livelihood. And it's our responsibility to protect the future of our families. Got it? Okay, so now this is what I'm going to teach you today. We have an onboarding technique, and it's called Team Undeniable. So when you sign someone up, send them to Team Undeniable. Have them go into messages, and in messages, they are going to enter in hi. Now, let's see if I can do this, because I haven't. Now I have to unshare. And I'm going to show you how this works. Let me set it up here. Give me a minute. I should have had this page up. I didn't. I will do better next time. So let me go to my Facebook page. Okay, so let me share again. Okay, on your Facebook page, I want you to go up here to Team Undeniable. You'll see it here. Path to success. Now see where it says send message? Click on that. And you're going to teach them to do this. Have that, and you need to do it yourself. If you haven't done it, do it, teach it. Put in hi. Now, when they put in hi, Betty the bot is going to put them through the first stages of signing up their business. And it will ask, are you enrolled in our amazing company? If they say yes, it will go to the next. If it says no, watch what happens if they say no. We are glad that you are checking with us. How did you find our page? See, this is about integrity. We are a people of integrity. So whoever invited you to that page, we are going to make sure that they get back to you. There is no stealing. Mama's talking, no stealing. If you are caught stealing, you will be dismissed. Very simple. So now if they say yes, let's see if this works. Watch what happens. If you are ready to get your business off the ground, go ahead and type the keyword your sponsor gave you. Oh, aren't we just smart and sly? So what happens is I'm going to share with you, we're going to go back to the onboarding. What's the first word? And I just lost an earring. And I know we're not getting down. I'm not taking my earrings off because we're getting down. Yeah, I guess maybe we are, but not that kind. The first word here is launch. Do you see that? Everybody see that? So let's go back to our Facebook page and watch what happens. I'm going to put launch in. Betty the bot now knows that your rep has been signed up by you, and Betty the bot is going to start walking them on onboarding so that they have the tools that they need, so that you have the tools that you need. So your job, you have homework. Remember, Mama does homework. Your job is to download the onboarding system. Your job is to go in and go through. I'm giving you all of the key words. Go through the whole system, know the system, understand the system. You can't teach it unless you've done it. If you're going to be a leader and you're going to grow a business, then you are responsible for making sure that you know what you're doing. If you need help, go to your mentor. But this is your future. It's not my future, it's your future. I can want it for you, but only you can do it. So the next step is we're going to go, because we now have people, I know we're on Nigerian time, but for those of you, I've got a gift for you before I turn it over to Craig, because Craig is like super smart, like super smart, and he's going to take you through how to invite people to your business. But before that, I have a gift for you. One of the ways that we as a team build our businesses is we build together. We build as a team. The team wins the championship. We all win. If the team loses, we all lose. So we build together. So we use a method of invite. You can do a one-on-one belly-to-belly invite, but part of that invite is a 2-minute prospecting Zoom. Now, we will, as a company, remember, we are in the process. This is pre-launch. You are in the beginning of the dream. So I made a pre-launch video. It is on YouTube. You can use it. You can share it. You can give it. And Craig will tell you how to use it, but let's go. And I'm going to launch. Where did it go? I'm going to launch the video. Okay. Oh, with Team Undeniable. There we go. So this is Mama's gift to you. Now, this is a system that we have used in the United States very successfully. It is a system we've used in Canada very successfully. It's a system we've used in Mexico very successfully. Have you heard the different countries? The system works. So it's very simple. You can join a team and you can do it your way. I've got several coaches on here, several professional athletes on here, and they will tell you, you can do it your way, but the team's not going to win and the coach is not going to work with you. If you're coachable and teachable, you will be successful. So this is the system that we use. So for those of you, and I'm not going to, this is American football. If you use the wingback offense and they're not using the wingback offense and defense, the team's going to lose. So this is the method that we use, and this is Mama's gift to you. So I'm going to show it to you, and Boom. Merry Christmas, happy birthday, happy Festivus, happy Valentine's, happy Independence Day. We have a future. So, okay, so who do we have on here? Hold on just a second here. Okay, Stephen, you need to mute yourself, hon. Craig, I need help.
Yeah, he's already muted, Mama Eva. What do you need? What are you trying to do?
How do we? I can hear him over here. Can you hear him on the?
Nope. I think you're getting something from somewhere else. Everybody's muted.
I'm getting something. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay, like I feel like really kind of silly here. Let me.
You still have your
this.
video playing?
Yeah, it went on to the. Okay. It went on to our Zoom, you know, on YouTube. So sorry. I'm the only one.
I receive your apology.
It's all good. Anybody can do this, and you don't have to be perfect, and that's the important thing. There's your training for the day. You don't need to be perfect at doing this.
And that's what I love about this team, and all of us, we're together. Nick is in South Africa. We have the South African team, the Canadian team, Mexican team. We all work together. We're a family, and it's like you're in our living rooms, and you know, sometimes things happen in the living room.
Right.
Right. So I'm going to turn it over to Craig Tomanini. Craig has built a huge organization very quickly, and he is, when it comes to systems, he's the guy. So Craig, teach us how to use the invite system and teach us about the 4-base method.
Yep, you got it. So first things first, I know that there's some data constraints within Africa, but if you are able, turn on your camera for a second. I want to see all of your faces. I know I don't look very good today. I'm actually fighting a little bit of a cold. And I need a haircut and a beard cut. Stephen, your beard's looking tremendous, by the way. I just have to tell you that. But if you're able to turn on your picture just so I can see your beautiful faces for a moment, show of hands, or you can react. How many of you are absolutely excited about what's going on in Nigeria right now, right? Crazy. I'm glad that you're all here. Our expectations are that this will just continue to grow. I'm honored to be able to help you, train you, and to try to develop this business for you and with you. So, hey, Betsy Waters, see, that's the face right there. So I'm going to quickly step you through, as Eva said, our invite system. One of the most important things that you can learn when you come into an industry like this is that there's a lot of information, and the sooner you can streamline things down to a simple process, the more effective you can be in growing and scaling your business over a short period of time. I am by trade an engineer. I've been in the software testing discipline for over 25 years. And so I love processes. I love systems. I love data because it tells me exactly what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and what result I can expect from it. And that's what I want to give to you today in a very, very short period of time. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you a graphic. You are more than encouraged to grab a screenshot of it. It's probably one of the best tools that I have received in my 5 years in this industry and in this company, because it tells me very simply in a 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of manner how to share and invite this business with other people. And I know that that's what everybody's thinking that's on the Zoom or that might be watching it on a recording later, is you're going, okay, so I joined and I watched some really cool videos about what to do next. And I downloaded my app, right? You all downloaded your app, your RX Connect app, right? We're going to keep harping on that. This is where you run your business from, guys. But what do I do now? How do I actually share with somebody? Well, The one in the 1, 2, 3, 4 steps is, have you heard of a company named RX, or as we're transitioning, NewAge? You can choose. Right now, both are still accurate. So simply, you've got somebody who you think might be good at the business. You got somebody who maybe needs to earn a little extra money. You got someone who might want to lose a little bit of weight. It doesn't matter what the reason is that you're contacting them. You reach out and you contact them. I personally prefer a phone call when it's possible. People like to hear your voice. They want to hear the excitement and the enthusiasm that you have in your voice, even if it's sick, like mine is. This is going to be better received than if I just typed you a message or sent you a text. So call people and say, hey, look, Steven, I've got something I'm excited about. There's something that you need to take a look at. I'm doing it. I'm all in. And then when they say, well, what is it, Steven? Have you ever heard of a company called RX? They're going to say no. They're definitely going to say no in Nigeria. Nobody's hardly heard of us here in the United States. They definitely don't know who we are in Nigeria. So you're almost always going to get a no. When they say no, you simply are going to share some information with them. How do you do that? Well, as this infographic puts up, it's a video. It could be a video. It could be a PDF document. It could be some other piece of information that the company puts out. But the point is that it's time to share. And here's the way that we typically do this. And we've learned from some of the greatest people in network marketing, and this is my preferred process. Hey, Steven, if I sent you a video, it's about 2 minutes long, would you take the time to watch it? And of course, Steven's going to say yes. We're friends. He knows me. He trusts me. I mean, let's just be honest. I'm only asking for 2 minutes of his time. And so when he says yes, I'm going to simply say to him, okay, well, when do you think you'll have a chance to watch that video, Steven? And he's going to give me a time. He's going to say, well, I'm working right now. You're in the United States. I'm in Nigeria. It's almost 9 o'clock at night. I'll probably watch it tomorrow, maybe on my lunch. And I'll say, great. So if I follow up with you tomorrow night, maybe around this same time, you'll for sure have had a chance to watch the video. And he'll say, sure. And I'll say, what time should I call you exactly? And he'll say, 8:30 West African time. Great. I put it in my calendar. And here's the best part about our process, guys, is that I don't have to really think about Steven or anything else. I can move on to my next business task, which should be sharing with other people, until 8:30 tomorrow, West African time. At which point I'm going to call up Steven and I'm going to say, Steven, it's Craig. Look, had an appointment to call you. Did you get a chance to watch that video that I sent you? Yes, I did. What interested you most? 4 words. Write them down, guys. What interested you most? Here's the psychology behind why this works so well. If you say to somebody, Steven, what do you think? Steven, I guarantee, as much of a positive guy as you are, some of the things you're thinking, I probably don't want to know. But if I say what interested you most, it's positive. It's an encouraging question. It's going to provoke you to say something positive back to me. And you might say something like, the products look amazing, or I love the idea of making some extra income while I work from home, or I love being able to have a secondary side hustle thing while I still do my job. Whatever. The point is, it doesn't really matter. You want them to engage on a positive level. You want them to have a dialogue with you so that you can then find out what exactly interested them. If they say something about product and you start talking about money, you've missed the mark. If you start talking about money and they're interested in the products, you've missed the mark. You want to talk about what they're interested in. Hey, I really like the idea of being able to work from home. How does that work? That's a great question, Steven. You know what I'd like to do now? Here's number 3. I want to get you on a 3-way, a phone call. It could be a FaceTime. It could be a Zoom, whatever technology you prefer. It could be WhatsApp. But hey, Steven, do you have about 20 to 30 minutes for me to answer that question and any other questions you might have? And he's going to say yes. Great. I've got some time on Tuesday or Thursday. Which one of those days works best for you? He's going to pick a day. Great. If I set up that call, that Zoom, that FaceTime, you're going to come, right? You're going to attend? Yeah, I'll be there. Great. Well, what time should I set it up on Thursday? We put a time down. Here's what's happening kind of in the background. There's a psychology to this. because every time I say, if I fill in the blank, would you, it's forcing Stephen to actually make the appointment himself. And it's statistically proven that if someone makes an appointment, if they pick the day, if they pick the time, they're 80% more likely to follow through with what you've asked them to do. Read the document, watch the video, get on a Zoom call. It doesn't matter. So you're going to get them to this third step and say, I want to set that up. And we get through that process and they set up a day and a time. Now that is over and done with. We're just waiting for that event to come up. In the meantime, I'm working this process with other people. And when we get on that three-way Zoom, what's going to happen is, let's say I bring Eava on as my partner and Stephen is my prospect. And I'm going to say, Stephen, look, I'm so glad you were able to get on the Zoom. My partner, Eava, and my best friend, she's here because I want to make sure that you get all your questions answered. And you had some really great questions after watching that video. So I'm going to hand it over to Eava and I'm going to let her tell her story. And when she's done, we're just going to try to get your questions answered. And we're going to see where you're at with regards to joining this opportunity, buying that product, whatever the case might be. And I'm going to go on mute and I'm going to hand it off to Eava. She's going to tell her story. We're going to come back onto it. And I'm going to invite Stephen and say, Stephen, do you have any other questions? And you're going to say no. Or maybe you have a question and we're going to answer that question. And then I'm going to handle any objections that you might have. Now, this is kind of the way that I interpret this process. We've gone through steps 1, 2, and 3. It's possible on that three-way that we could actually close your prospect. We could actually have them join the team right there. But let's just say for the sake of this process that that doesn't happen. Stephen says, you know, it sounds really good. You know, I like the idea of the products. And like I said, I'd love to make some extra money. I'm just not really sold on the idea that it's possible. And don't be discouraged by that, because guys, that stuff happens. I'm going to look at Stephen and say, you know what, that's totally valid, Stephen. I understand. I felt that way too when I started looking at this. I didn't want to run this as a business. You heard my story. What I'd love to do, if you're willing, is if I invited you to a bigger Zoom, a national or international Zoom with hundreds, maybe thousands of people that are checking out this opportunity the same way you are, with some of our biggest leaders and our most dynamic earners, would you be willing to listen in for about 20 minutes if I sent you that link? He's going to say yes. I'm going to say, great. Now, you're sure if I send you that link, you're going to get on, I can count on you to get on that Zoom and listen in. And he's going to say yes. And then and only then you send him the information for the Zoom or the Facebook Live or whatever it happens to be. You send that information and make sure that you set an appointment to follow up with him sometime relatively quickly after that event has happened. So to kind of summarize everything, it's really, inviting is really a conversation. And so it doesn't know any barriers. It's how people want to be treated. They don't want to be sold to. People want to feel encouraged to be part of something. And the invite is your only opportunity to do that well and to do it in a consistent way. In this graphic, I actually have this up right in front of me on the wall. And when I call or message my prospects, it's right in front of me to remind me of what my steps are. And that's okay to do that. But have that conversation with people. They want to be engaged as a professional. And when they make a decision, whether it's to join your team or not, the one thing that you will know is that you have followed a process that was respectful, it was professional, and the most important thing is that you're not attached to the results, but you're attached to the process instead. They say marry the process, divorce the results. It means don't worry about whether or not someone's going to join your business. All you should be focused on, your job is to share with other people, is to go through that process. This is probably the most simplified version I have ever seen of this process. And no matter where NewAge goes in the future, this is really how I will always invite people. I don't think that it could be made any more simple. This, coupled with all of the tools that the company has, the videos, the documentation, the team support, the community, it gives you everything that you need to be successful, but you have to internalize this process. And there's one thing that you have to know, and I'll use this to close, is that the only way to make this process work really well, to be great at it, is to start using it and not be great at it. Don't worry about being perfect. You're going to screw this up. You're going to say the wrong thing. You're going to forget the process. You're going to forget which tool to send. You're going to freak out a little bit the first few times you do it. That's what your team is here for. That's why we're here alongside you, to make you learn as you go and provide you the opportunity to earn some income along the way. The only way to get better is to practice. And so think of it like this. You are part of a business that is creating a movement in a country that has never seen anything like this before. You have the best advantage to be successful because nobody knows what you're doing. Nobody knows that you have a stacked deck when it comes to process and technology and community. We're here to support you. And I hope that this serves you well as you go forward, because it has truly, as Eava said, helped me build a large business in this company. And I haven't even gotten started yet. So I'm encouraged once again by Nigeria, by those of you that have taken the time to plug in at 8:30 at night to learn just a little tidbit of how do I take the next step and how do I grow this business that I'm part of. So thanks for letting me share that. Eava, I'll turn it back over to you. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. And if you ever need anything, reach out to us. We're here to support.
All right, thank you, Craig. Do we have any questions? Go ahead and put them in the chat. Now, one last thought, Craig. By the way, we will update that graphic. We will get it out. When you wake up in the morning, all of these tools will be in the Facebook page, NewAge Africa team. Now, I want you to think about something. Many times you will hear people say, you know, that's really cool, but, you know, I don't want to sell anything. That's good, because we don't need to sell anything. As our mentor once told us, we're the prettiest girl at the dance. You don't have to sell anything. But this is the deal. Let me ask you a question, because our job is not to sell anything. Our job is to change people's lives. So you're driving along, you're tooling down, you're just at, you know, if you're in Abuja, you're at that big roundabout, you know, the one the huge one. And you're on the side of the road, you go down, you go through it, you're out by Lube Estate, and all of a sudden you see on the side of the road a semi. It's overturned. And something's trickling out the back. So you go and check it out because you're a good person. If you're on this team, you're a good person. So you go and check it out and you realize this semi is full of gold. Gold bars. They're just laying there on the side of the street. Now, you're going to call everyone you know and say, come, there's free gold here. Are you selling them something, or are you giving them an opportunity? Now, let me ask you another question. There's a lot of gold here. It's a semi. You're going to need a big truck to haul away your portion, because the company, it's spilled over, they're from Norway, it's going to cost them more money to take care of it than it is for you to take it. So they say, take it. So you're going to have to go get a big truck. It's going to take time. It may take a day, however long it takes. Is it worth it? We have gold. We have an opportunity. We have a future. It is time for our abundance. It's not about selling anything. It's about, you have gold in your hands. Woe, you wicked servant, if you don't tell everyone that you love and know about it. Then it's up to them to get off their duffus, get off, get up and do something about it. It's not your responsibility, but it is your responsibility to share the opportunity. Just a little thought. So now, I like that. Marry the process, divorce the result. I don't see any questions here. If you do have questions, get back with the person who signed you. Stephen, would you like to add anything?
No, Eva, you and Craig did it very well. I'm still learning from you guys, so just taking some more pointers. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, may I suggest that you go and thank the person who invited you to your new future? Get together with them. Let's remember, this is your business. This is your future. We have all sorts of tools out there, all sorts of trainings for you. Take advantage. So, oh, Pastor Kayode, you're on. Is there anything you'd like to add? All right. So let's all be blessed. May the Lord watch over you. May the Lord keep you, and may he hold you in the palm of his hands. Have a wonderful day, and we will have this out on the YouTube channel. The recording, we'll have it out probably within the hour. So